I'm an African-American woman, a soon-to-be mother, and a business owner, and I will color the vote on November 2nd. You vote, we win.
Hola, soy Antonio Lizano, y el 2 de noviembre voy a ser parte del color del voto. Así que sale a votar. Tú votas, nosotros ganamos.
Good afternoon. My name is Georgia Lickness. I'm an Ojibwe Indian from the White Earth Nation in upper Minnesota. Up until recently, we had not had that honor of voting. So this is a great honor for us to be able to stand before you as our nations. There's 11 tribes in the state of Minnesota, and I do hope they all come out and vote. We do still need the assets of our health, education, and welfare needs to be met. Also for small business opportunities within our communities. So with that, I will say miigwech. Thank you.
My name is Michael Fondungala. I'm an immigrant from Africa, resident in the state of Minnesota. There are thousands of us Africans here who have become citizens of this great country and reside in the state of Minnesota. We need to vote. We need to make our voices heard in this state so that we can plan a better future for our children and for those that will come over us. I will color the vote, and I hope you will go to the polls on November 2nd and color the vote along with us so that our voices can be heard in the state of Minnesota.
Hello, I'm Leah Hargett. I am an African-American mother, African-American entrepreneur, and president of the Minnesota Black Chamber of Commerce. And I support Color the Vote because it is important to not only me as an individual, but to our community as a whole, as our state as a whole. Our businesses, our small businesses, small and medium-sized businesses that work hard every day to create jobs and bring wealth to the state of Minnesota. We're taxpayers. We also are in the process of working as hard as we can to redefine the marketplace as challenged by our President, Barack Obama.
I am Reverend Devin Miller, representative of the faith community, and what you see before you is our representation of faith. We all serve God in many different ways. But one of those ways also is that we exercise our right to vote. And so when we color the vote, we are exercising our faith. And so we're asking the faith community and all these communities that are represented behind me to come out and color the vote. Because when you color the vote, you vote, we win. You vote, we win. You vote, we win.
I am a Hmong voter, and I'm going to color the vote on November 2nd because I wanted to turn Minnesota into a globally competitive state.
Economic development. I'm an American Indian entrepreneur, and I will color the vote November 2nd because we create jobs and add wealth to Minnesota.
I am a black voter. I will color the vote on November 2nd because I believe in racial justice for the city of St. Paul.
I am a United States Marine Corps veteran of the Vietnam War. I will color the vote on November 2nd. Why? Because I love my country, I love my Latino community, I love the state of Minnesota.
I'm Ritas Fletcher. I'm an African American. I work and believe in economic equality. I will color the vote in November 2nd.
I am ALANA non-profit worker. On November 2nd, I color the vote. An Oromo. Novemberi lamatti filmata irratti hirmaadha. Ani gannana November 2 ወይም ህዳር 2 እንደ አውሮፓ አቆጣጠር ምርጫ ላይ እሳተፋለሁ።
I'm Curtis Ballantyne. I am project manager for advanced computer training at Acme Media Institute, and I will color the vote and impress upon our communities that that is how we empower ourselves.
Hola, soy un votante latino. Voy a darle color a mi voto en noviembre, el 2 de noviembre, porque con nuestro voto enriquecemos al estado de Minnesota.
I am Lester Collins. I am an ALANA community organizer. On November 2nd, I will color the vote with you.
I am an ALANA student who will color the vote for me on November 2nd. You vote, we win.
Good afternoon. I am Ezel Jones, an African-American member of the ALANA community. The ALANA community are Africans, Latino, Asian, and Native American in the state of Minnesota. We are collaborative. Today is a day when Minnesota politics will change for the better. Today is the day that the ALANA community will aggregate its interests and voices to improve its community. The Color the Vote campaign is a simple message to our community. You vote, we win. When 300,000 registered ALANA voters turn out on November 2nd, you vote, we win. We will win regardless of who the gubernatorial winner is, because we have made a difference. Our voting and our participation will give us a seat at the table. Our communities have over $12 billion of purchasing power. We are larger than the gross national product of many countries. Our workers are building Minnesota's infrastructure. We're performing assets in the state of Minnesota. Our entrepreneurs are creating industries. We are performing assets in the state of Minnesota. When we represent our voices and our interests and our needs, we are building for the next generation of Minnesotans in the future. We are performing assets. The ALANA community, please hear our call. Color the vote, November the 2nd, you vote, we win.
Good afternoon. My name is Brett Buckner. I will have the pleasure of actually pulling together this campaign along with the One Minnesota group. The Color the Vote effort is a grassroots, nonpartisan, but highly dynamic entity. For the next 46 days, we will try to touch every person from the ALANA community in all parts of the state of Minnesota. We're going to do this through three major initiatives. One, through our communication process. We will have traditional media working with our traditional partners from MMMC, as well as other media partners across the state, but also using the dynamic social media to be able to get our message out to all voters as best as possible. We will do organizational outreach. We are going to work with any entity that would like to ensure that our voices are heard. Again, we cannot stress it enough. Over the past couple of elections, literally thousands of individuals have made the difference. And when I say thousands, short numbers, 53,000 individuals in '98, 21,000 in 2006. As Mr. Jones has pointed out, over 300,000 potential voters can go to the polls from our community. So we're going to reach those individuals through our organizations and the traditional campaign methods, door-to-door, phone calling, mailing, having special events. This is a critical time as $5.8 billion of the Minnesota state economy, which equates to just about 16% of the economy, is going to be reconfigured. In 46 days, it's going to be reconfigured by one individual and the next legislature. We would like that seat at the table. When we vote, we win.
Our rallying cry today is for our ALANA communities, color the vote on November 2nd. You vote, we win. When you vote, you will give a message to Minnesota. No one will be able to ignore the ALANA voice. When you ask for your issues to be at the table, you'll be heard. It will not be at the convenience of those in power. We have the power to be heard. When you ask for a seat at the table, it will not be at the discretion of the power brokers. We have the power to lead. We have been excellent team players. We will be excellent leaders. Our vision for Minnesota as a global competitor with highly competent and skilled people working hard, producing leading-edge products, and creating in Minnesota a vibrant community of people and all connected to create the common good. So ALANA communities, heed our call, color the vote on November 2nd. You vote.